And we are live in 3, 2, 1.
Nora Money.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is week 19 of my journey to the Olympic Games. Before we get into this video, I want to mention that I am having a giveaway once we hit 1,000 subscribers. So thanks to all of you that have subscribed. We are about 750 people on the way to getting to that big giveaway that I'm having. So tell your friends, tell your family about subscribing to my channel and keeping up with me to up your chances to win something that came straight from Africa. Okay, if you were able to watch last week's vlog, I left Oklahoma at the end of the week where I had my personal best, and then I came to Texas and competed on the weekend at my alma mater at the University of Houston. Now this week I had a bit of a break. I had 3 days off because I have been going since January. My season started in January in Australia and New Zealand, and then I came to then I went to Cameroon, then I went to the United States, and I've been competing almost every weekend for the past 5 months now. Anyways, I had 3 days off, and I'll get back into things again on Tuesday. Alright, I'm casually popping in from Mexico because I need one thing before I travel. One thing. So I'm very proud of myself. I said I was getting one thing. I got 2 things, but I got 4 things, but duplicates of the same thing. So this is Electrolit, made in Mexico, and they have this flavor, which I've only seen it in Mexico. It's apple flavor, manzana. And then I got some glasses because, yeah, very important for training, and they're much cheaper in Mexico. So I got that pair. And this pair, ooh, I used to have them in green, but they got all scratched up. So I'm gonna try to keep these better. And I got a red pair. So I like training in these type of glasses or goggles. And they actually fit my face. You can see my eyebrows. So, yep, that is all I did in Mexico. It took me 15 minutes. And now I'm gonna drive back home. Let's see how it tastes. This is very good. It actually tastes like that soda, Manzanita Sol. It's like apple juice, but filled with electrolytes. And I need that because I am not as hydrated as I should be. Later on in the evening, I went home to visit with grandma a little bit, ate some food, and then went to the gym for my first little shakeout session. I only did light movements in the gym just to get my body back into moving again. Then I went back home to eat again and rest up for Tuesday. By Tuesday, I was back to training 3 times a day, starting with my prehab session. And a lot of people ask, how do you go to the gym 3 times a day? How do you train 3 times a day? But this session is actually very beneficial. This is what keeps my hips healthy, my back especially healthy, and gets me ready for my throw session, which is later on in the day. Later on, I headed over to my old high school, my other alma mater, for some throws. So I had my throw session, which I had really been looking forward to. Something that's interesting is since I trained so much, when I'm not active for more than 2 days at a time, my body literally starts to twitch. So yeah, I have so much energy just naturally, and I have to figure out how to release it. And if I don't release it, things can really go wrong. But that's another story for another time. Anyways, after my throwing session, I hit my local gym and then headed home to rest up for tomorrow's second day of training for the week.
Preacher, preacher, preacher.
I'm out here at my old high school. It is currently 104 degrees out here.
Wednesday I just had throwing for real, so I threw at my alma mater, then I iced my feet because my ankles have been hurting. I hate ice tubs. If you know me, you know this about me. Like, being cold is probably my least favorite thing in the world, but I did it. It's necessary. So when you're on the way to greatness, you gotta sacrifice your emotions sometimes. Thursday morning, I had my prehab session and gym session basically combined because I knew that I was not going to be able to make it to the gym after my training session. It has been extremely hot out here in the RGV. Yesterday was 104 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 40 degrees Celsius, which literally had me feeling like I was out of shape. I started my warm-up and I could not breathe. But there's no way I could be out of shape at this point in the season. Like, there's no way. It was just the sun was so hot. I was sweating. I was feeling dehydrated. Literally drank 2 gallons of water and was still feeling thirsty. So you live and you learn from these type of experiences, which is probably the most important. So yeah, after my combined gym session, I ended up being able to catch up with some people, some friends, some old coaches here in the RGV, which are they're a bunch of great people, and it was really nice to see my people, the people I grew up with, the people who are responsible for who I am. You know, it takes a village, and I'm very proud of the RGV and where I was raised and everything like that. So yeah, I left the gym. I finally headed to practice in the sunset today, but it was actually still hot, but manageable. This is my last training session in the RGV. I had a really good session. I will be leaving the valley with a newfound confidence. I was really able to just hone in on my technique and focus. That's one thing I love about being in the valley. It reminds me of, how I grew up in sports. There was really nothing to do out here for me other than to train and to go to school, and that's all I did from middle school to high school, and that's what ultimately got me into college. So it reminded me of the old days, and I'm back in the same exact facility that I trained in my last year of high school. So yeah, very, very encouraging and humbling, to see where I've come from, and the fact that I'm still doing this 10 years later, more than 10 years later, is so special, so surreal. And I just thank God for keeping me all this way. I don't even know. I don't even know how my body's held up, but it has. This will be my last training session in the valley. So after I trained at the high school, I went to see my family that's over here one last time before I head out, because I actually don't know when the next time I'll be back in the valley is. Whew, I love being here, but I can't be here for too long, you know what I'm saying? And it's always so hard to say bye to my babies. It's always so hard to say bye to my babies. They're always so much smarter, so much bigger, taller, more matured every time I come back. And I see them like 4 months apart, every 4 months or so. So, yeah, it's very special to be with them.
This is my house. Wait, it's my turn.
It's not even a toy. You say it's my toy?
No.
Try.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello, Noah. Hello. I think I got 4, 5, 6.
Say hi.
Hi. I'm a Zazu.
You are Zazu.
And this is my house.
Yes, sir. Show us your car. Show us your car. Go show us your car. I'll record you. Oh, you take it. Your finger is on it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I can tell this angle.
Guys, look. This is how What's your name?
My name is Nora, and this is Debbie, the beautiful Debbie.
Wait, and you got me.
Yes. This is fish, rice, and greens from the garden. Say hi, Charlotte. It's been a great week so far, and we finally made it to Friday. I am headed to the airport this morning with some tacos in my hand, and I'm ready to take this long trip. It's the tortilla. This is not an advertisement by any means, but if you like to have headbands, maybe you're interested in this one. I have a little review for this one. So my locks are getting longer, right? And I bought one of these headbands online. So they have the same concept as putting on a pair of sunglasses on the top of your head, which is actually my favorite hairstyle, just having a pair of sunglasses on my head. It pushes back the hair just behind my ears, and it's really cute. So yeah, this headband basically does that without having to wear the glasses. I don't know, this one was just not the same. It's the same concept, but it's not the same. It doesn't fold at the side. There's no hinges on it, so it's just like a square, or you know, a three-sided rectangular shape with the ear creases on it. And there was actually a young girl on the flight that complimented these and asked me where I got them, so I actually gave a headband to her at the end of the flight because it just wasn't it for me. It was hurting the back of my ears. It didn't fit all the way because it's square, like super square, and I don't have a square head at all. Like, my head is very round. And I just realized I still have not told you guys where I'm actually going. So right now, I just flew from the RGV to Dallas, Texas. Then from Dallas, Texas, I'm headed to LA. And my last flight is from Los Angeles, California to France, and I should be arriving on Saturday evening. This trip, this whole transit is gonna take me it's in a 2-day span, so I leave Friday and I get there Saturday. The airport I landed in France was about an hour away from the city that I'll actually be staying in. So on the way there, we got to see a bunch of cool things. A lot of buildings are being constructed right now for the Olympic Games. So we got to pass by the Olympic Stadium for athletics / track and field, the basketball arena, and the Olympic Village as well. We finally made it to the apartment, and I was able to reunite with my teammates from Cameroon, who are also part of the same club, and got into my bed and knocked out. I don't even really remember the rest of the evening because I was so tired. Here with Linda. Yes. And Sim is cooking for us. Let's see it. Some hot. Woo! Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's bright, vibrant. It is Sunday morning. I finally made it to France yesterday. And I actually have a competition today, so I went to sleep and we're up super early. I woke up at like 4:30 to do my morning quiet time. And now I am just admiring the sunrise. It's actually much brighter on camera than it is in person. But yeah, it's like 5:50 right now, and we leave the house in a few minutes to go about 1 hour away to the track where we have our competition at. So by 7 a.m., we headed over to the stadium where we met up with the rest of the team and got on the bus because we were about to take a 2-hour drive to the city where we'll be having our interclub championships at. I have been on the move non-stop and still traveling. Like, I think this is actually probably the most I've ever traveled, other than the travel from like the United States to the down under. Australia, New Zealand, traveling there is always long and it feels like an endless flight. But anyways, we made it to the track for the interclub championships, and For someone who's been traveling literally for the past 2 days, I didn't perform too bad. My first throw was gross. It was a scratch. It was nasty. Like my rhythm was out of there. But my second two throws, I was able to hit 53 meters, which is decent. Felt like a training attempt. My fourth throw, I kind of gained some energy and my speed increased, but my timing was really out. So I ended up hitting the cage again, but my feeling was decent. So yeah, I can't lie, this is actually a new personal best for jump off the plane throws. The last time I competed and had one of those meets where I had to jump off the plane, literally jump off the plane and throw the next day or within the next 16 hours, I hit like 50 meters. So this is actually 3 meters progress. So we're getting better. Everything is a learning experience. You gotta just take what you learn from something and keep moving and save it in your bank for next time. At least that's what I tell myself. Since this is an interclub championship, we only had 4 throws. So kind of a bummer, but at the end of the day, it was still a great experience and a good challenge mentally, to be honest. But one of the notable highlights from this meet was that during the 4x4, the teams and the spectators were able to stand on the track as long as they left space for lane 1. The crowd went crazy. It was very exciting to watch and my first time experiencing something so unique like this. I think other teams should do this. It's encouraging. You get to be close up with the runners and it's just a really cool experience, to be honest. After the 4x4, which is normally the end of a meet, the team champions were crowned and there was more fun to be had. There was dancing, people getting thrown into the steeplechase water, coaches getting sprayed down, hosed down, champagne popping. It was a blast. It was a blast. But guys, I am extremely exhausted. On that 2-hour bus ride home, I literally knocked out and slept the entire time. It felt like 5 minutes and I didn't even realize when we got home. Anyways, that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching this one and stay tuned for the next one for more adventures in Europe.
Nora, money.
Bye.